Two boys.
One brain cell.
I'm Joel.
And I am the Chuckness.
And today we're checking out some Oliver Anthony, Rich Men North of Richmond.
All right.
And this guy's new. I know he's blowing up right now everywhere in the country music scene.
I'm so confused by his beard and his hair.
Red beard, blonde hair?
Yep.
That is a contrast now that you say that.
Yeah. I'm so confused by it. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful beard.
It's a beautiful freaking beard, dude.
And a beautiful head of hair. But, man, I'm thrown off. That is all.
He said that is all. Let's jump in and check this guy out.
Let's do it.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. All it is, living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men, north of Richmond. I wish politicians look out for miners, and not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. All it is, living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men north of Richmond. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Let's start off with the Poppers.
The Poppers.
The Poppers.
The Poppers are so cute.
This is an interesting way to attack the government.
Yes. So, lyrically,
Yep.
let's come back to that. Let's come back to it lyrically, because I do have some stuff to dissect there.
I figured.
Vocally, holy shit, I can see why
100%.
he is trending.
Absolutely.
Deserves it just for the voice.
Oh, yeah.
If those lyrics were meaningless,
It still
that
sounds
would
really
carry.
nice.
His vocals would carry. I love how, like, he's kind of far away from the microphone, and, like,
But he sounds like he's right
using
here.
like the top. You can see his face flush red when he sings.
Yep.
Like he's using his whole soul when he sings. Very, very impressive. And I love that just simple guitar just going to town.
Complements that voice really well too.
So well. So well. and like I said, just the voice alone, you can tell why this guy's trending, deservedly so. Lyrically, I really was, I mean, throughout digging it, the nitpick thing I have, though, this is so small town, like, bitchiness. Oh, yeah. So small town. This is what I hear every day in the factory.
Yeah.
And it is kind of ignorant.
Some of the bitching, yeah.
The welfare thing, especially.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, it's there to help people who have lost their jobs and need to recuperate, right?
Right.
Now, it's going to be abused just like everything. Every fucking thing, because we're humans.
Will get abused.
So it was very contradictory to me that he was like, you know, look out more for minors, or like it was like people on the streets, and then complain about welfare right after.
Yeah.
That was my biggest issue with this. Just was actually talking this with a guy at work. The welfare budget in the federal budget is less than 2%.
Yeah.
The military budget is 8 times that.
Yep.
And not only is that putting, you know, it's killing people, but it's maiming a lot of vets, and they end up on the streets as well.
Yep.
There's a much bigger budget cuts that we could complain about instead of the small town. I get the frustration because you're putting in 12-hour fucking days and you see somebody just sitting there on their ass taking advantage of that.
Yep.
I get it.
But that's not, that portion of it is not on the government. That's on the individual that's taking advantage of it.
Correct.
That doesn't need it.
Correct.
That's what that comes down to.
And making it stricter is only going to make it harder for people that need it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of kids and shit that rely on that. So for me, that was a little bit that small town ignorance, but you could see in the rest of his writing that it was really well thought out for the most part. And, you know, when you're just getting started, I don't know how long he's been doing this. So, but he's now just blowing up. So I'm going to assume in the last couple of years, maybe he's started, you know, actually putting the music out. That's just assuming, guys. It could be completely wrong. But, you know, just learning as he goes on and like, you remember when we were growing up in the small town, dude?
Oh, yeah.
The ignorance bubble, to clarify there. It wasn't just ignorance. It was a bubble because when someone, no, it's true. Think about it.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, I have this really strong belief. And then someone's like, that's factually wrong. And you're like, no, it's not. Everybody in my area believes that. And they're like, here's the facts. And you're like, okay.
Oh.
And then you learn and you move on. And that bubble's popped.
Yep.
So a lot of small town people have that.
That is
that
the
bubble.
beauty of meeting people from other small towns.
100%.
Because, like, shoot, when I met you, I had some.
We had our own bubble.
Oh,
yeah, opposite
Winter
sides.
only
Yeah,
issues.
absolutely.
And it was just like, I'm going to pop yours. You're going to pop mine. And now we're going to make a new bubble, I guess?
Yeah, we teamed up to research shit, basically. Someone would say something, we're like, go over there Googling it. We're like, what the fuck? I'm trying to figure out what was real,
Why
what's
is
not.
he right?
How is this happening?
This is not what I was taught.
So I see a lot of promise in those lyrics. I just feel the welfare was a weird thing to go after. I don't care what political party you're part of. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Like,
Do your own research.
Do your own
figure
research.
Your own stuff out.
Yep. We're both middle of the ground kind of guys, but the welfare thing I feel like is a weird thing to pick on, considering there's so many giant other things that you could go after that the government wastes money on, millions that just go fucking missing and like. But the point of what he was getting at was people that are working hard not only feel like they're being taken advantage of, but a lot of them, when they do lose their job and they lose their house and shit, the government's not there to help you.
Right.
So I get that frustration. It's one of those things. It just, I have a special irritation for that, considering I work at a factory and everybody bitches about welfare like it's the number one problem.
You hear that word more than anything.
It's like, okay, sure, there's people taking advantage of it. There's people taking advantage of fucking everything.
From working in that factory with you?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I will state that I do think it was really clever that the rich men north of Richmond.
Yes.
To attack
Such a great flow.
DC there. Just that phrase in itself, plus the way it flowed, just made it better. But really nice way to put it without actually just outright saying it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say, too, I was kind of hoping to go after corporations a little bit more in there.
Yeah, me too.
Because he was kind of in that direction. I was like, oh, yeah. Because the rich men aspect.
Yep.
most of us know the issue there with the taking advantage of the working class comes from corporations not giving a fuck.
Corporate greed.
Yep, they just want to, they're like, oh, okay, we're making the shareholders happy. We don't really give a shit about you at the bottom who's making it happen.
Yeah. And the weird part is,
so I was kind of hoping they was going that direction a little bit, but politicians are assholes too.
Yeah.
So.
The weird part about like corporations is, sure, there's somebody running the show, and sure, they're getting rich, but the business is making so much more money than they are.
Oh, absolutely.
And the business, like, nobody's in control of all that money. Nobody has that money. It's just living in the business, while the CEOs are like, eh.
Yeah. I mean,
and
there's
then all the bigwigs get
I was going to
raises.
say, the bigwigs, yep. So I was hoping where the direction was going there was that. But that, like I said, that is a small nitpick for me.
Yeah.
Even the welfare line, that whole thing, very small things that, like, I think as he kind of gets out of the bubble, because I know he lives, that was something else the guy at work told me, and this could be wrong, but I believe he lives off the grid.
Okay.
So which would definitely create an ignorance bubble for you.
Oh, 100%.
100%. Like, I don't even know if he has access to checking stuff out or searching stuff. I'm not sure what off the grid entails exactly.
Right.
So I don't really know.
Well, I'm sure with the quality of the recording, he's got access to something.
That's what I would think,
Like-
because damn, that recording was top-notch production.
He's got access to something.
Yeah.
And he can do research
And obviously it got loaded up to the internet, so
yeah.
it probably could. Yeah.
Or at least he goes out of that bubble that he's living in
Yeah.
to perform or to
Yeah. And I'm not saying he's living in a fucking bubble. I'm just saying that one line was
well, if you're off
small
the grid,
townish.
when you're off the grid,
That's true.
anytime I've ever heard of anybody off the grid, it's usually
They're in a bubble.
they're in their own little bubble.
That's okay. That's fair. That's 100% fair then. I was just making sure. I was like, well, I wasn't exactly saying that. I was just saying that was like a small town bubble type thing to complain about.
Yeah.
And then typically when you do your research on it, and you're like, okay, that's extremely small. Imagine 2% of your own personal budget, like something, and you're like, I got to cut this because this is the problem.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay. I got to cut gum out when I go to the supermarket. No more gum. And
Yep.
you're like, now I'm not broke. That's kind of the same.
Yeah, that $2
Yeah.
every other week or every
Just
week.
shows
maybe.
you how much I'm making. That's my 2%.
It's not fully inaccurate either.
No,
Let's
it's not.
Be real.
It's not. It's sad. But yeah, I 100% get it. This is basically the working man's theme. And essentially the frustration that you feel built up. I get it.
And I love that spot where he's like, they don't care about me, they don't care about you.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of just brought you into the music there.
He did. With his
was
vocals,
wonderful.
he just grabbed you and pulled you in. That's where I thought he was going with the corporate thing. And I was like, oh, here we go, baby.
Yeah.
This is where punk music and country music come together.
I mean, it
was pretty close. It was a damn good start, Chuck.
It is a good start.
It was a damn good start.
This is what I want. All right.
Uh-huh. I like it. I like it a lot. Ratings, I guess.
You're going first.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Flat 9.
Yep. You're going first.
Okay. All right.
9.3 playlist.
Very nice.
That voice was
The voice
absolutely
alone.
wonderful.
The voice alone gets it at an 8. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
At least. And then the nice lyrics, the way he sang things, that gets it right up there at that 9 for me. It's definitely going on a playlist. In fact, it's going into 2 Boys, 1 Brain Cell country playlist, which we don't have a whole lot of stuff in there. We have a lot of Childers. We got a lot of Isbell. We got a little bit of some other stuff sprinkled in there. So this will be a nice addition to that.
A nice change up in that playlist.
Yes. And if you guys want to see that playlist, that's in the description down below.
Yeah. And honestly, we don't get a lot of where we're both over 9.
No.
I don't know if that's happened.
No, this guy's got some talent for sure. Like I said, we definitely have stuff to nitpick, but we have stuff to nitpick about all the stuff we love.
100%.
Very, very impressive. I dig it.
Yeah.
Would love to hear some more from this guy.
I was actually surprised you were that high.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be lower than that.
No, that sound is
I had you in the 8s.
This is what I want from country music. I don't want that mainstream bullshit.
Yep. You want meaning.
I don't want to hear some fucking dirt road, no. No.
You want meaning in your
I want
music.
some fucking substance. And this guy gave it to us.
Yeah,
so Anything else you want to add?
No, that's it for me.
I'm Joel.
I'm Chuck.
And until next time, y'all.